The 30th game of the year and the first game without Brandon Davies as part of the team.
I think you have to remember two things with that New Mexico game is that our matchup against New Mexico is very difficult.
Even without Brandon Davies, you got to get post touches. There's no big men at all inside the arc for BYU. You've got to be able to suck that defensive in, at least get a touchdown low.
We all wanted to tell ourselves and to think that, you know, we can still come away with the win.
We all kind of thought we were just going to go fix it and fix more than just the game. We're going to fix the whole situation, and it didn't work very well. And
New Mexico's a great team. You know, they'd beaten us with Brandon previously, and you know it wasn't going to be a walk in the park. And I think their morale and confidence was definitely boosted knowing Brandon wasn't going to be playing.
I can only imagine that they played that night the way that I kind of felt.
Hey man, here's Fredette.
Fredette throws up a prayer that goes over the backboard.
Wow, it's just maybe the worst shot we've ever seen Jimmer take.
I think, you know, it just wasn't our night. You know, you have some of those games in your basketball career, and I think that was just one of them.
And I think it's also, you know, symbolic that they struggled, you know, mightily without Brandon Davies against New Mexico, but almost without him physically as well. He wasn't with them that night.
After a loss, you have a tendency to start feeling sorry for yourself. And then when you add that to some things that were out of your control, you don't really know where all your players are going to go individually.
82-64. BYU has its toughest scoring and shooting night of the season here at home, and the Lobos win it. Triple zeros on the clock. Lobos 82, BYU 64.
Go ahead with questions.
Jimmer, do you think tonight was about X's and O's? It was kind of an emotional hangover after the last 24 hours of losing Brandon?
It was everything, I think. We just didn't play well. They shot the ball really well. They played, you know, very, very good tonight, and they knew that they had a big game, and they came in, shot the ball well, and we didn't play great.
What a great opportunity we had to do something really special in a time that was more difficult than any time that we had been through.
BYU never led the entire game versus New Mexico. Lobos got out to a 6-0 start and a 13-2 lead. Wyoming scores on its first shot of the game.
When we got blasted against New Mexico and started off really poorly against Wyoming,
he's picked, regains, sends low, and now it's another turnover.
You wondered if we were ever going to get it back together.
Cruz, Paco dribbles in from 15. He leans in and scores. Cruz makes it 6-3 Wyoming.
We come out against Wyoming, still a little bit, you know, kind of maybe stunned from the game before. The first half, Wyoming played terrific. It was a battle back and forth.
Dalen Harrison ties the game at 35. Jimmer takes Dalen Harrison to the front. They meet him at the timeline. Jimmer skips past the double. Kick in the corner. Jax will fake a three. Step back, take it, and make it. There it is! That's how the half's going to end. Cougars by 3 at halftime.
That second half, we came out and we played.
Charles posting up and hard to the hole for 2. Crossing it over, taking him down the lane. Floater, scoop and score. Jimmer for that. Screen low from Jimmer to Magnuson. Handoff. Kyle throw down. And by fumbles. Regain. No, he lost it. Jackson on the steal. Jackson breaks away and throws it down. He scored a long time. Bounce to Abua, reverse and score. 100 points.
Charles Abua was terrific in the second half. And Jackson and Jimmer and Logan had wonderful senior days to finish their career here at the Marriott Center, and we were able to celebrate.
It was a great feeling. We were able to beat them pretty good. Everybody was there cheering for us, and then the best part's when you get to go, you know, take down the nets. And everybody got a pretty big cheer, but Brandon, when he went up there, it was the loudest cheer of the night by far.
Especially through all the adversity we had been through losing Brandon and losing Chris earlier on in the season, and the injuries we had, and the losses and the wins and the traveling, and through everything we went through this season, and just being a part of all of it, to still get that Mountain West Conference Championship made it that much sweeter and that much more enjoyable.
With all it accomplished, forever that banner that says 2011 regular season conference champs will hang in the Marriott Center forever.
You realize all the things we planned for are still there. It didn't matter that we lost to New Mexico. it really didn't matter that Brandon wasn't there. We had taken a different path, but we could still accomplish a lot.